Hey y'all, it's your girl SeekretD. So I just saw a video of a very pretty woman discussing the fact that she went out on a date with a man. She said he was very handsome, attractive, and she said that should have been the red flag. It's funny, but come on. Okay, so she basically said that she went on a date with this guy and the conversation was basically one-sided. She said they were there for like an hour and, she said she did like the good date thing and she interacted with him. She acted interested. She kind of kept the conversation going. But, she's like, okay, it's time to wrap it up. It's been an hour. And he basically talked about himself. So she said that she was like, you know what? I'm gonna start wrapping up here because I got a flight in the morning or whatever, and I guess she probably lives in LA now, and she said at the time she lived in New York, and she said the dude was like, where you going? And she was like, oh, I have a flight to LA. And he was like, oh, why? So she kind of told him like, yeah, for work, I did this with television, whatever. She bought a show, she had meetings, and she said that he was just kind of like, oh, you're in television? And she was like, yeah. And then he was kind of intrigued. And then he basically asked her, when they're going to see each other again. And she was like, never, like this was not good. Like this was not a good situation. And she's saying that he basically talked about himself for the entirety of the date. He never asked her anything about herself. He never made any type of conversation to get to know her outside of talking about himself for the entire date. And so from that, she made the decision not to see him again. And people in the comments chewing her up. And I'm just like, I don't understand. And now I'm like, I'm about to start dating. So I feel like there's nothing wrong with what she did. Because at the end of the day, you're on a date to get to know people. And you're not supposed to show somebody how to act. You're not supposed to show somebody how to treat you. You're not supposed to teach somebody how to date you. Right? So I feel like that's the part that people don't understand. And I agree because I have very specific boundaries when dating and I cut people off very quickly when dating. A lot of people don't make it past the first date, right? So she's like, basically she was like, no. And I don't see a problem with that. Everybody's like, oh, so what you're saying is that he was interested and you're not going to see him again. What? Y'all missed the whole part where they was together for an hour and he didn't bother to ask her where she worked. That's like dating questions 101. Where you from? Where do you work? What are your hobbies? Favorite color? Like, that's regular get to know you bullshit. So if he couldn't even bother to figure out what she did for a living, which is what she spends the majority of her time doing in an hour, then I agree. She shouldn't go on another date with him. But people are so upset by it. I don't get it. I went on a date with a guy once and it was okay. It was cool. And then we were like texting, like random conversation. This is, I want to say this is a good 7 or 8. No. This has to be like a long time ago. Maybe like 8 or 9 years ago. It was a long time ago, right? When I was dating before my last relationship. Either way, we were texting back and forth and I was telling him, I don't eat beef or pork. And obviously it's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, because I think we were talking about like breakfast or something, and I must have mentioned turkey bacon. And obviously when you mention turkey bacon, people that eat pork are just like, what? It's nasty. It's nasty because you eat pork. It tastes good to me because I ain't never had pork, right? Either way, this man says to me, he goes, what? I said, yeah, I don't eat beef or pork. I used to eat beef and I stopped. I never ate pork. So he replied and said, oh, what's the difference? Does it taste different than regular bacon? That was it. I decided that we didn't need to speak anymore. So I feel like it's basic comprehension. So that means that we're having a conversation, like we're literally having a conversation in real time. And either you're not smart enough to comprehend or you're not paying attention enough to comprehend the fact that I can't tell you the difference between the taste of turkey bacon and regular bacon, because I just told you that I never ate pork in my entire life. So why would I know if it tastes any different? So this is what I'm saying. People really don't value certain things anymore. So I'm with her. That's it. Long story to say, I'm with her. I understood exactly why she didn't want to see him again. But y'all let me know if I'm wrong, I'm too picky, or what have you. I mean, it doesn't matter what y'all really think, because I'm gonna just do what I do anyway. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Was she wrong, or you think she, should give him another chance, or what do you think? Let me know.